I love it when a plan comes together.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Frozen Oil. What's up, Wayner? Welcome to the episode.
Richie? How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great after that game, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I seem to get the lucky draw coming on with you after wins.
Yeah, big wins too. That was a big win.
Huge. What a difference between 2-2 and 3-1. Like, that's a massive grown-up win by the Oil.
Yeah, veteran win. And they let the number 3 for the wins in the series slip away in Game 3. But a veteran team is not going to let that happen 2 games in a row. So the Oilers now have a commanding 3-1 lead. And welcome to the Game 4 recap between the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Goldenknights. And we did live stream that game, Wayner. Terry and Haas were involved, and we're like, we got to test this. We got to start live streaming stuff. So we ran like a trial test.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty successful. It was pretty fun to do. So we're gonna be able to do some live on location broadcasting when we're out and about.
Oh, great.
For some game recaps and stuff, so it'll be fun. Hopefully
Perfect.
They can continue to rattle off wins here and go deeper and deeper into these 2025 playoffs. But like you said, yeah, just overall fantastic game. Just a couple of key notes on my side. They played a veteran game. The Golden Knights are typically the team that are going to bully around, which was 2 years ago Oilers. They've grown, they've matured, they've added some different personnel. They're healthy. Janmark was missing from that series. And they just look like a legit team now.
Well, when teams want to play us like that, if that's the game they want to play, we welcome that too. We got the guys that can play that style as well.
Yeah,
starting with
Trent Frederick with a huge scrap. Kane, obviously throwing his weight around. And just an overall, just solid defensive game. And let's not forget Stuart Skinner with a massive shutout.
Absolutely.
Like,
give him credit.
Man, we needed a huge win and a huge game out of Skinner. He didn't face too many shots, but he did stop them when they mattered. And he held on to a 3-0 shutout. So kudos to Skinner. Massive game. I was reading something online where he's undefeated for game 4s or something like that. He's 5-0.
That's a weird stat.
Yeah, cool. Massive stat. And I mean, everybody's gonna obviously welcome Stu back. Just needs to see some consistency. So awesome game, big game.
For sure.
Hopefully he can just carry that momentum on into game 5 here. And let's take a look at some stats. Did you have any notes you'd like to share?
Well, I just I'd like to back to Stu here for a second. Congrats to him on a great bounce back game. We definitely needed it from him. He definitely needed it. Get his first win of the playoffs so far, and that's a lot of pressure, right? Because he didn't really look too good the game before. So, in my opinion, anyways. But good bounce back game, and like you said, we need some. Now we just need it consistently. Like, just keep it going. And if whenever that next game is, which I'm assuming is going to be game 5. Let's go out and do it again and again and again. You don't have to pitch a shutout every night, but you just gotta give the team a chance to win. That's all we've ever asked for from him. And last game he did. So kudos to him.
All right. Well, let's move along here because we got a lot to get to here on Twitter X. Lots of comments here. Before we do that, Wayner, we're at 1 subscriber away from 840 subscribers to Frozen Oil. So thanks to everyone that has subscribed. And we are happy making this Oiler-related content for you guys. So Keep on hitting that like button and keep subscribing. Tell your friends, tell anyone you know that's a Oiler fan to check out the channel.
Yeah,
and if they like it, ask them to subscribe. Right? It's pretty neat. We got some cool stuff on the way, so can't wait to do that with you. So on to the statistics here. Final score 3-0 as mentioned. Shots on goal 32-23 for the Oilers. And Wayner, if you look here,
was even flattering for Vegas.
Yeah, and they held the Golden Knights just to 5 shots in the first period and 7 in the second.
Great. So, that's how you smother a team. That's how you say it's not happening tonight.
Playoff hockey, playoff mode Oilers, veteran mode Oilers. They looked it big time. Face-offs, Oilers massive, 59-40 in the face-off dot. Oilers unfortunately can't get the power play going, 0 for 2 on the power play. Vegas 0 for 3. They did get all those power play opportunities in the first period, Wayner. And it's just another game where, once again, whoever's playing the Oilers has more man advantages. That boggles my mind.
Yeah, Vegas doesn't usually take too many penalties. In fact, they're I think they're the least penalized team in the league for like a few years going here. But for us to kill 3 penalties in the first period and only hold them to 5 total shots in that period tells you what kind of game the Oilers were playing.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head there. Great analysis. And yeah, 3 power plays, 5 shots. If that doesn't say team defense, I don't know what does. Hits, both teams crashing and banging. It was a feisty affair. 33-32. The Oilers come up ahead by 1. Block shots pretty much even, 20-18. Giveaways 14-10 in favor of the Golden Knights, and takeaways 7-1 for the Oilers. There were times, Wayne, where the Oilers would get into the zone and something would happen where they didn't set up, and Vegas would come and the Oilers would just strip the puck back. They just take it. Yeah, it was just fantastic to see.
Saying that's not yours. We play with the puck, not you.
Exactly. And especially on home ice, that's how you got to play.
Yeah.
Scoring summary: Connor Brown with the assist on Adam Henrique's second of the playoffs, and beautiful opening goal. 1:27 into the first, gets the crowd into it.
Yeah, it's just Brown's hustle behind the net, stealing it there from the Vegas defender, and beautiful centering pass to Henrique. He just had to shoot it in.
And Henrique follows up his own goal with another goal. His third of the playoffs to make it 2-0 Oil. And that one, on further review in slow motion, he went between the legs on that. It was pretty beautiful goal, really. If you focus on it and see it, beautiful between the legs. Tap in there by Henrique.
Absolutely, he's got a little bit of that in him,
for sure. And he was huge defensively as well. I do want to mention that. Like, his all-round game yesterday was just massive, and that's what we got him for. Yeah, we didn't get him to score goals. It's nice when he chips in, for sure. But his defensive play and his face-offs, he's been lights out. And the third and final goal, Evander Kane, huge goal, assists McDavid and Bouchard. Just, like you said, Wayne, just a massive, humongous. It's time to play. It's time. The game is on, and it's time to show yourself. And the Edmonton Oilers came through.
And they just said, we have to have this game. We're not gonna let our good work down in Vegas go to waste by letting this team come back into the series. And giving them 2 right back. So big statement win. Veteran, like you called it, a veteran, mature, solid, shut down. It's our game type of win. And give them credit. They and then when the dam did bend a little bit, Stu was there to shut them down. So was just a perfect playoff win. And
Yeah. And the boys that came to fill in for Arvidsson and Emberson being Stetcher and Kapanen.
Yeah.
Boy, Kapanen had the jets on, man.
Oh,
he just had the jets on. He was flying. He was hammering people.
They looked well.
I thought he had a really tremendous game as well. Stetcher just moving the puck well, complimented Nurse very well. Played like he was, a foot and a half taller in the corners. Yeah, they came in, they added energy, and I really liked both their games.
Yeah. And now you just leave the lineup the way it is. Obviously, keep it the way it is for Game 5, and hopefully we can repeat that performance. Obviously, it's going to be. I
don't think Knobloch's going to do that. He keeps moving things around.
But
yeah, overall, I mean, the core of the way things are moving with this team, and, you can move a guy here and there, but overall, this team is moving together forward, and it shows in their play. Wayner, let's move on to Twitter X, and we've updated the ticker here down below. As you can see there, Frozen Oil Hockey is on Twitter X, Instagram, and TikTok. We were live streaming to both Instagram and Twitter X, as well as YouTube on our first ever live stream. And yeah, it was all happening at the same time. So we are on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter X, and you can follow us at Frozen Oil Hockey. It's the same handle all around. And
hopefully, good thing it was a good game to start with. Not too many F-bombs, I take it?
Well, you know what, man? I was like, what more can I do to bring some luck to this team and win this gigantic game? And I'm like, screw it. Let's just do the live stream. We literally planned it like 20 minutes before puck drop. Just came up with some ideas. Did a living room cam. Terry came in on it. Haas. It was just very last minute, but it turned out awesome. And now we got the itch to do more. So
right on.
I'm glad we did it for that reason.
And we got to bring more.
Moving on here to Twitter X, Wayner. First one from Jack Michaels. Oilers have played their best 3 games of the entire season within the last 2 weeks and are within 1 win of their 3rd trip to the Western Conference Final in 4 years. Edmonton has outscored its opposition 16-9 at 5-on-5 without McDavid and Draisaitl on the ice in the playoffs. And I just wanted to read that again. This is if they can close out this series, it'll be their 3rd trip to the Western Conference Final in 4 years. That's pretty amazing.
No, especially the way the league is now and how hard it is to win in the playoffs. The parity of the league now. That's fantastic. Now, obviously, we got
playoffs. Say it, Wayne.
Playoffs. Talk about playoffs. Playoffs. I just hope we can win a game. That's definitely a feat, but we got bigger goals. So let's keep it going.
For sure. And next one from Klima's Lid. For those of you that believe Oiler fans who are critical of Stu want the Oilers to lose, that's absurd, by the way. Why can't we make the inverse argument? Fans who continue to support Stu despite his atrocious play hate the Oilers and want them to lose. Bracket, see what I did there? And yeah, I mean, as long as it's not a personal attack on Skinner, he's a professional athlete getting paid millions of dollars. And as a hardcore fan, paying customer, whether you're donating your time to advertising while watching it on TV, or whether you're buying all this merchandise like the stuff behind me, the jerseys that we're wearing, Wayner, paying the tickets to go to the games, I believe as a fan you have a right to criticize the athlete within the sport.
Yeah, and look, we're like many fans, we're just calling it as we see it, right? Definitely nothing against it.
And the cool thing is about this YouTube stuff that we're doing, Wayner, is you can go back and see how much we supported Skinner and we wanted Stu to be the man. And, that's all on record, so we don't have to, make you say, do you remember? You can just go back and check the videos from last year's playoffs. Unfortunately, he had a bad, really this after the Four Nations, he fell apart, for lack of a better word. And basically, he was 0-3 in the playoffs for his first 3 starts. So, I mean, we can't keep, pushing aside stats and things just because, we like the guy. In the end, we have a finite window. McDavid's in his 10th year, and we need saves when we need him, Wayner. And that's it, really.
Absolutely.
It just comes down to we need to win a championship
anymore. Absolutely. Yeah. We just need results. And last game, he put up results.
Exactly, and
do it again,
and deserves the praise for sure.
Exactly.
Next one from Oilers for Life. Evan Bouchard is the highest points per game defenseman in NHL history, minimum of 50 games played in the playoffs. Let me say that again. Evan Bouchard is the highest points per game defenseman in playoffs history.
Wow.
So, I mean, I've been saying it, Wayne, all season. Everybody's complaining about that 10 mil. And I mean, I could really give, what when it comes to what we're paying him for the regular season and what his stats are. I don't care about that. If he's a playoff performer, I want him on my team. And if it's going to cost $10 million to keep him, then so be it, right? I mean, as long as we can allocate enough money for everybody else, with the cap going up, if we don't give it, somebody else is going to give it. If I know he's going to come clutch in the playoffs, I want him. And we don't get past LA without him.
Well, hey, look, I mean, when it comes to the contract talks, I'm sure both sides are going to do their due diligence and try and get that number, to their most favorable, to what's most favorable for each, respective side. But as far as his season this year, regular season's long and gone. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest regular season, but the playoffs, he's definitely, it hasn't been like last year. I'll still say that he hasn't played like last year's playoffs, but he's definitely come up huge for us overall. So,
well, he's top 10 in scoring, man, as a defense right now. So, I mean, picked up an assist last game, single-handedly saved the series, against LA. So, I mean, coming up clutch is, especially for a defenseman, is more than just scoring, and he's done it
single-handedly saved the series. Yeah, I don't know about that, but
did he not keep the puck in on Byfield when he could have chipped it out?
Sure. I guess.
Okay, did he not score the tying goal with a slap shot?
Okay.
In a separate game? I mean, just clutch, man. Anyways,
no,
moving on.
Clutch.
McJesus Saves. At McJesus Saves says, last time the Oilers played the Knights, Cassidy stuffed Woodcroft in a locker. I wouldn't say Knobloch is doing the same, but he consistently pushes the right buttons. Jay didn't change a thing other than going nuclear a bunch. What do you have to say to that, Wayner?
What I have to say to that is he made a massive move. I don't know if you picked up on it, but he basically made Draisaitl a shutdown, centerman last game, and he was tasked with shutting down the Eichel line. So Draisaitl's line was tasked to shut down the Eichel line, and they held him to no shots, or at least the Eichel to no shots at 5-on-5 at even strength. So, I mean,
and that's why, Wayner, that Draisaitl is in the talks for the Selke, right? To make a move like that, imagine like you're pulling Leon Draisaitl away from McDavid off the top line, and your second best player and probably the Hart Trophy winner this year, and say, hey, forget about your scoring today. Your job is to just shut down their best player. Like, I swear, like the moves Knobloch makes, the stones on him. It's fantastic, and that's, you need a coach sometimes. And I also agree with McJesus Saves in that Cassidy totally outcoached Jay Woodcroft in the
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
He totally outcoached him. Everybody said it. one that I know that's, watches hockey to the level of, what are the coaches doing? What are the line changes and this and that? It was a landslide win by Cassidy there. So, it was more. It was more than
against the boy back then. But hopefully Woodcroft has gotten better for his sake since then. But it wasn't even close.
For sure. Next one from Oilers top 50 stats. Stuart Skinner's second career playoff shutout ties Grant Fuhr, Mike Smith, Cam Talbot for the third most in Oilers franchise history. That's a pretty cool stat.
Nice little notch on his belt.
Yeah. And next one from Chris at Drifting Oilers. Stetcher looked fantastic last night, and he really helped Nurse look better too. Silver lining from last night's Oilers pure gold game. And there's Stetch there. Massive game. Louis DeBrusque said it during the game, Wayner. He said for these guys that have been sitting out, to just come in like Kapanen and Stetcher, they haven't had, much ice time in the playoffs at all. Zero, actually, until this game. He compared it to trying to jump into a raging river and trying to get across as far as how fast the pace is when you get thrown into it.
Wow, that's a great analogy. But they played like they don't want to leave the lineup anymore. So
yeah.
I mean, that's good on them. They stepped in. We needed big games out of them, and we got it. So, and
Wayner, the teams that win the Stanley Cups, those are the teams that just have guys that you can just plug in at any moment.
Yeah,
and they contribute, right?
They're deep. Well, is this the deepest you've ever seen the Oilers? I mean, like
since their last championship, I would say 100%. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Next one from Nick at 2003 Nico. What a effing bounce back from Stu. Oilers didn't make him do much, but when they did, he was strong. Seeing a lot of praise tonight as well as people chanting his name like crazy. Not a good night for the, quote, people who criticize Skinner don't want him to succeed narrative. And, I mean, there it is again with... I mean, if you're a hardcore Oiler fan, you want every Oiler to succeed. You love every Oiler. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler. But in the case of Stu Skinner, it's not we don't want you to be good. We just need to see consistency. That's it.
Absolutely.
Next one from the legendary Captain Jack. I can't tell you how funny I find it that both these photos were taken at basically the same time. Enrique does the Yakupov as Kane fights 5 Vegas players and the goalie. And I'm just going to enlarge this. How cool is this? Like, I'm going to make this picture and put it on my wall. Because if you take it about a frame before this, he's actually smiling because he saw the goal went in. Just as he's getting pushed into Hill. So pretty cool. And then there's Enrique with the soccer style celebration.
Yeah.
And Hyman
I
don't
know what
very cool. And you just love seeing, I mean, these are grown men with kids, man, that are with their own kids that are, acting like childhood kids playing at the pond hockey, right? Like, they're just so happy. So cool to see. And last but not least, second last, because we have an off Oiler one that I got to mention.
Okay.
Good night, Oil Country. Stu Skinner and Enrique deservedly with the belt and the hard hat.
You notice the good night with the K?
Yeah. Good night, Oil Country. Yeah. Good eye, Wayner.
It's a good one by the Oilers.
And last but not least, now this is in reply to Elliot Friedman. There's now new compensation amounts for offer sheeting players. And it says, we'll see if anyone uses them, but this summer's offer sheet compensation levels are out. And it goes on to say what they are. And then the St. Louis Blues official account. What's this picture? They are waiting and salivating to make more offer sheets. And I mean, that's just an epic troll to Oiler fans right there.
Oh, 100%. But we're
Epic
still playing
troll.
hockey. They're not.
Epic troll. It's so epic that I laughed and used it on this episode because that's how funny it is. But that's on Holland. He's out of here, and the LA Kings are rumored to sign him, and that will be the downfall of that organization.
Well, they already can't beat us, so let's see what they can do.
It's got nothing to do with us. That guy just self-destructs every franchise he touches. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the episode. We got one thing left, Wayner, and that's our studs of the night, and we got to do this in 3 minutes. So
sure.
You want me to go first?
Whatever, go ahead.
All right. It obviously should be. There's a lot of people for contention here.
Tons. Yeah.
Stu Skinner at the top of the list, as well for me. Evander Kane had a huge game. Yeah. I also think Stetcher should be considered as well, just for his grit and just that shot of his face with blood all over it, for his effort there in the corner. But I am going to give it to the man with 2 goals, and that's Adam Henrique. Massive to score that first goal against Vegas, and to follow it up in the same period while killing penalties at the same time is just like, we gave up a first rounder in that Henrique trade. So so happy
but he's signing these friendly deals, and he's had now 2 playoffs in a row. So
so stud of the night for me, Wayner, is Adam Henrique. You're my stud of the night.
Nice. He also had a great goal celebration there that we just showed. So great choice, Richie. You know what? Lots, like you said, lots of guys to consider tonight. I would definitely agree with everybody you mentioned. You know, when you pitch a shutout, you probably should get stud of the night, but I need to see it a little more, especially on a game where you actually stole yourself. Definitely mad props to Stuart Skinner, but my stud of the night goes to Evander Kane. So far he's had a great playoffs. He's continued to have a great playoffs, and he was just after it all night. And obviously he got a goal, but more importantly than that, he's going to the net. He's making things uncomfortable for Aiden Hill constantly, and the Vegas defenders. And that's just an element not a lot of guys in the league can bring. So props to him. Evander Kane, you're my stud of the night.
Yeah, huge game. Great pick, Wayner. Goal and an assist. Physical, and
he's been doing it all playoffs, really.
Didn't give up any, really, defensively, not giving up too much either. So fantastic pick. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Hope you liked the video. We love doing these for you. Once again, consider subscribing to the channel if you can.
We're going to give you some more live.
We are going to come at you right back Wednesday for the next game. Hopefully the Oilers can close it out in Game 5, and we will come at you right after the game with hopefully a live stream, Wayner. So I'm already announcing this. Hopefully,
pressure's on,
because that'll get the video out really quick. So hopefully we can do that for you. But otherwise, that's it for the episode. Thanks, Wayner, for hopping on.
Of course.
And most importantly,
go Oilers, go.
Frozen or hockey, the channels you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.
Frozen or hockey,